The Bad Guys A Haunted Heist was released in 2024 and was directed by Kevin Peaty. It tells the story of Mr. Wolf and the gang who plan a Halloween heist to steal an amulet that belongs to a crook known as Reginald E. Scary. However, as the heist begins to go on, things don't exactly go the way they had hoped for.
A haunted heist I actually didn't even know was happening. I remember, I think it was during the summer, someone was telling me about it, and I was like, oh, we're getting a Halloween special for the bad guys? That's surprising. I just didn't think we were going to get one. I just thought after the Christmas special, it seemed like we were going to get a TV series, but that hasn't happened yet. So I was quite surprised to see the Halloween special be made, and when I watched the trailer, I thought it looked meh. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't really that hyped for it. I just thought it looked okay. I kind of feel like they probably should have made this one first before the Christmas special. I feel doing a Halloween special before the Christmas special just would have made more sense. But then again, they did Shrek the Halls before Scared Shrekless, so it's not new for DreamWorks. But after watching it for the first time, as it just dropped on Netflix today, I was actually surprised. This short is actually better than I expected, and I'm actually surprised to say that I actually enjoyed this more than the Christmas special last year. I have to say, I actually had fun with this short. I wasn't mind blown by it, but I do have to say, I actually quite like it. As you all know, I love the first Bad Guys movie. I'm a big fan of it. I'm a huge fan of Diane Foxington, especially. I think it's excellent. I'm super hyped for the sequel. It has to be my most anticipated movie of next year. I'm so excited for it. I have a good feeling about it. I really hope it is genuine peak. And as for the Maraschino Ruby that was included on the DVD and Blu-ray of the first movie, I like the short. I think it's pretty good. And I reviewed the Christmas special last year, and while it did have problems, I enjoyed it. I still thought it was pretty solid. So this one, I have to say, is, just like the Christmas special, very solid, I have to say. I was actually quite impressed with the story. The storyline was very entertaining, very charming, very, very funny, and just overall, it was good. It was fun. I have to say, I just enjoyed the chemistry of the characters. That was the heart of the special. Their chemistry, the way they bounce off each other, their dynamic is fantastic. The dialogue between them is very well written. There's so much wit and banter with it. It's great to see them again. It really is just great to see Mr. Wolf and the gang bounce off each other. And some of the pranks they pull on each other in this special, I have to say, were hilarious. There was one moment in particular in the first half of the short that had me laugh my ass off. So that's my biggest praise for this short film. I was very impressed with how funny it was. It was just funny. It was hysterical to watch. The comedy was hilarious, and one of the plot twists, I have to say, was really funny. However, that leads into a problem I have with the short. There is another plot twist towards the end of the short. Now, I thought the ending of the special was absolutely hysterical. It was really funny. However, they throw in another plot twist, and I don't want to spoil it, but while it still worked and it was still funny and charming, I did kind of say to myself, oh, come on, that's a bit ridiculous and a little over the top. Again, don't get me wrong, it did make me laugh, but I was kind of going, really? That's kind of throwing way too many plot twists at once. So that was a bit of a problem, but I do have to say I was quite impressed with the story, and I was just very surprised. It was just better than I expected because the trailer for this just didn't really look that good. The trailer just made it look, well, mediocre to be honest. So the story of the short is very entertaining. The animation, it's definitely an improvement over the Christmas specials animation. The frame rate is a lot better, but it still just looks quite poor. It just looks very unfinished. I understand this is made on a much cheaper budget than the movie. It's made on a TV budget. But I just think, look at the Maraschino Ruby that was included on the DVD and Blu-ray. That short looks exactly like something you would see on TV. And yet that short looked much better than these two specials that were released on Netflix. I just think the animation, it could use just a bit more polish. So yeah, the animation, I have to be honest, It's not very good. It's an improvement over the last special, but it still just looks a bit weak. And the characters, I have to say, were definitely the best part about it. Mr. Wolf still has his charm, charisma that made him a great character in the first movie. He was great, he was hysterical in this. Mr. Snake, Mr. Shark, Mr. Piranha, and Miss Tarantula are still great. Their dialogue is excellent, their chemistry is wonderful. It's just so nice to see them bounce off each other. And while they have different voice actors than they do in the movie, I do think they do a decent job playing the characters. They do sound fairly similar to the original voice actors. And as for original E. Scary, he was interesting. I kind of wish we got to learn a bit more about him. He is good, but I just wish he could have used a little bit more development and just, I would have liked to have known more about the character. And as for the human characters, they're not in this. You only see like one of them in like the beginning, I think for like 3 seconds, but that's about it. But I actually think that benefited because for me, the human characters in the franchise so far have just been very, very bland, and I just think they should be animals instead of humans, but that's just me. However, one character I miss is Diane. Now, yes, I know this special takes place before the first movie, just like the Christmas special. Although, bro, I just miss that character. She's amazing, and I miss her, man. She'll come back. I know she'll come back, but it's just not the same without her. I don't think, but we'll get her back. She's gonna. I think it's confirmed that. I think it's official that she's in the sequel, so she's gonna be back. The music of the special was really good. It actually added to the fun of the special, and the atmosphere and the tone really reminded me of Scooby Doo. And that I thought was perfect, especially with the location and the color scheme. So the music, I have to say, was really good. I have to say, I am very, very surprised with A Haunted Heist. It's not spectacular, it's definitely not one of DreamWorks' best shorts, but I have to say, I had a lot of fun with it, and I think it's very solid.
Overall, The Bad Guys A Haunted Heist was better than I expected. The animation is still not very good, but the story was fun, the characters were charming, and the music was pretty good too. I have to say, this is definitely worth checking out this Halloween, and it was nice to see Mr. Wolf and the crew before The Bad Guys 2 comes out. I'm going to give The Bad Guys A Haunted Heist an 8 out of 10.
So stay tuned for my next review. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you guys thought of A Haunted Heist in the comment section below. I honestly cannot wait for the Bad Guys 2, man. Oh my god, I actually am really excited. I can't wait to meet those characters again. I can't wait to see Diane again. I can't wait to see everyone again. I have hope that it's going to be a good sequel, and it's definitely the movie I'm excited for the most next year. And that's going to be fun. I really hope Bad Guys 2 is good. And until then, thank you once again for watching. And until then, skadoosh everyone.